All right, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. It's 7:14 now. This is live. It's also being recorded, so you may catch this later on, and you can scroll through the video and get your questions answered. But we're gonna go through what we see ahead: more snow possibly, and of course more cold. This is a live look. I believe this is our Lawrence cam, and out there just having a ball. I mean, it's freezing outside, but people are going out and sledding. I took my son sledding today too, so we were out there for a little bit. He's second time he actually got to sled a little bit with that first snow we got this season. So, but wow, is it cold, and we've got more of that moving in. So let's talk about that. I want to share the new information with this next. The last thing we want is more snow. We might get a little bit later on this week. So let's dive into it. Show you what we're working with. First off, and what's most urgent here is this cold weather that is back again tomorrow. So it's top alert, first warm weather day. Schools are canceled in a number of places. We're going to be almost as cold as we were this morning. It's right there. We're watching for refreezing. Now, what happens is once you get down to below 15, some salt treatments on the road begin losing their effectiveness or are totally ineffective. That's the rock salt. The salt brine is a mixture of a whole bunch of different stuff, and it can be as effective all the way down to about 6 below, but it's losing its effectiveness on that way down. So the point is, I don't know all over the place exactly what kind of treatment was used, and some of that's gone. It's been probably driven off. So point is, we expect some refreezing tonight. We're going to see some slick spots, so just beware of that as you're driving around tonight and Wednesday morning. Might slow you down. You might hit a patch of black ice. So the conditions are ripe for that. The other thing is our wind chill is going to be way down below zero yet again. We're getting tired of that, but that's what happens after you have a blizzard come through. You pull down a whole bunch of cold air straight in out of the poles and out of the Arctic, and it's tough to get rid of. So the high tomorrow is below our normal low temperature, 18. We'll have lots of sunshine. It's bright out there with all the sun, but we will have bright blue skies and plenty of sun. It just won't help warm us up on our Wednesday. Low temperatures, your actual air temperatures in the morning at 0 here in Kansas City, and you're going to be pretty close to that in a number of spots. Something that happens when you get a big blanket of snow, too, is it reinforces the cold because snow is cold. So it's harder for the atmosphere, the air, to warm up whenever you've got that big blanket of cold on the ground. So that keeps our temperatures suppressed. So down to 0 tomorrow as you start, but your feels-like temperatures, with not a lot of wind, it's only about 10 miles per hour tops, still going to feel 10 degrees, 15 degrees below zero, as low as 15. Generally more like 10, as you can see on this map here. That's at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's how we start the day. So let's give you the overview, kind of the 10,000-foot picture of what we're dealing with this week. Wednesday, top alert, first warm weather day due to the cold. First warning Thursday. Now, a first warn's a lower alert, but still we want you looking at Thursday because there's a chance for snow. Now this is Thursday night. It's not during the day. It's going to be while a lot of us are sleeping, but still snow going to be around the area. And then it gets better. Friday, Saturday, your weekend. Not as cold. Don't get too excited, but hey, at least we're going the right direction. So let's start here with the snow. Wednesday, we're dry, we're sunny. Thursday, it's scattered. Not everybody's guaranteed to get snow on Thursday night, but it'll be around. Largely gone by Friday, though early in the morning we may still have some leftovers, and then watching a little something on Sunday too. And I'll show you that. I'm not too worried about it, but there's a chance for a little bit of snow on Sunday. So this is the system. Another big, powerful winter storm. It's going to bring heavy snow. It's just not aimed at us like the last one was. This one is much farther south. It's about 2 states farther to the south. It's all the way down by the Gulf of Mexico. Unusually far south. This is way down there. And look at the snow track here. I mean, Texas getting into some pretty healthy snow by Friday. And look at the totals here where you see the pinky purple spots come up. Near Dallas, you could get 6 inches. Arkansas, places like that. So it's a whopper for down there, and they don't have the equipment and the preparation that we do here, so that's going to be some issues. It's a big system, and on the northern side, it brushes us. So we're way up here away from all the nasty stuff, but on that northern edge, it's still going to be producing some snow. So yesterday, we brought you 2 scenarios. If it were to jog to the north, take a more northerly track, we would be more under the envelope of that system and produce more snow on the order of 2 to 3 inches. This is not at all for us any concern like the one that we just had over the weekend. But if it were to take that northern track, one of the scenarios was 2 to 3 inches with moderate impacts on top of what we've already had. If it stayed south, then that track would bring a dusting to an inch. Minimal impacts to some of us, even no impacts. Today, we're getting clarity on which one it is. Looks to be staying south. Think it's going to be pretty minimal for us. This is specific to Kansas City, but for us, it looks to be fairly minimal. I don't think it's going to take that north track. We're not seeing that sign today. So as we look at the snow potential, there is a swath, and it's kind of close to Kansas City, where within spots from Warrensburg to Harrisonville, maybe even the south side of Jackson County, south side of Johnson County in Kansas, we could be seeing up to 2 inches. I think that's the exception, even in that zone. That's the 1 to 2 inch zone. Meanwhile, you go north, and it's a dusting to 1 inch, and it looks more intense on this map than what I think it'll actually be. So, but no, we could get another inch in Kansas City. You might wake up Friday morning and have a fresh coating of snow up to about 1 inch or so. Excuse me. So let's look at this. Here it is on Thursday morning. We're dry, and we're dry throughout the day too. I think while the daylight is out, we're going to be just completely dry and even have some sunshine. But once we get into the evening, here you go. This is the most aggressive. I'm showing you the most aggressive of all the computer forecasts for our area, but it does have a snow band both north and south. There's actually kind of 2 things going on here, but with that, you can see some scattered snow showers Thursday evening, Thursday night, maybe up to about 5 o'clock on Friday morning before poof, and it's all gone by about 7 o'clock for the morning commute. So we did at one point have the first warn on Friday. The timing has shifted about 3 hours, 4 hours faster. So now it's more in the it's really overnight, but now it's more on Thursday than Friday, which is why we moved that first warn. So that's the way it looks. Overall, not what we want, but not that bad either. We can handle that one. We just don't want any more, but we might get a little bit. Current conditions, look at the plaza. We've got the lights up. Those are going to be up all the way through Valentine's Day, actually, the Christmas lights. 16 degrees. Winds have gone really light, so the wind chill's actually picked up. It was in the single digits for the 6 o'clock news, and now it's picked back up. So all it's going to take, though, is about a 5-mile-per-hour wind, and it's going to feel like the single digits, so our evening is frigid. And then down we go. Look at us just crash. These are the wind chills overnight. And by tomorrow morning, this is putting out 14 below by about 7 a.m. It all depends on the winds. If they're at 10 miles per hour, it's going to feel about 15 below. If they're at 7 miles an hour, it feels like 10 below. Nobody can tell you which one it would be between 7 and 10 miles an hour. But nonetheless, really, really cold. Even in the afternoon, it only feels like about, 9, 10, something like that. So chilly, chilly, chilly. Here's a closer look at the day. 0 at 7 a.m., actual air temperature. 13 by noon, 18 by 3 o'clock in the afternoon with those bright blue skies. Wind chills and the worst of the cold is done. After we're past tomorrow, it's still cold. Don't get me wrong. Look at Thursday morning, sub-zero wind chills. Friday, oh boy, it feels like 12 as we start the day. Then back down for Saturday to near 0. Then Sunday morning, it feels like 11. But at least we've got more positives heading our way than negative numbers. So here's your 7-day forecast. Wednesday, Thursday, the days to pay attention to here. These are the ones that pop out. Let me get you the full 7-day. And 18, but we nearly double that by Thursday. So Thursday, 30, hey, not nearly as bad. And our nighttime lows picking up to 20 Thursday night, Friday morning. Friday afternoon, nearly 30 with some sunshine. It's going to feel so much better. And then the weekend, hey, we might actually touch the freezing mark on Sunday. If we hit that, that would be the first time in 9 days that we hit the freezing mark. But if we're there for about an hour. Don't expect any melting in this forecast because then we get past the weekend, another dose of cool air comes in. It's not nearly what we're dealing with now, but back to the 20s for highs. So I told you I'd show you Sunday, a little 20% chance. Let me show you what we have here. See if it'll go. There we go. So there's Sunday morning. Looks okay. But by afternoon, it's a front that's coming through. So this won't produce anything big or heavy, but we might get some scattered snow Sunday afternoon, mainly north and east of Kansas City. We're going to keep tabs on that for you. At this point, don't sweat it too much. And there you go, back to your 7 days. So that's the latest that we have for you here. Keeping a close watch on Thursday, just in case anything were to change with that. But by this point, we're only a couple days out. We get, a pretty good picture of what's going to happen. So you might get an inch and maybe a little bit more to the south. That's a setup there. And then, hey, back to the 30s. Woohoo. In the meantime, I hope you stay warm. My house has been cold. It's tough. It's not insulated very well, as I'm finding out. And maybe you're having the same problem. So hope you stay warm. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. We'll see you at 10 o'clock. Take care.